Okay, so this is part 4, and this is where we are. So I left off merging this uh, thing here to this mesh, and this is where this is what I managed to get from that. I'll just delete this because we don't need that anymore. And if I turn on subdivision, I can see there are a few pinching issues, but if we add the textures, that would be hidden under that. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I think it's good enough. It can pass. So let me just recalculate. There is some pinching issues here, so let's see what's causing that. Just need to move these vertices, make sure they are merged, turn on subdivision, and yeah. Okay, so okay. Now let's see how we can complete this part here. So we can go to front mode, select this edge loop, extrude that. I think it needs to be pushed and rotated to face outside. I can also select this, make sure that's also getting pushed out, maybe scaled down like that, extrude it out, rotate it. I can also use this view here. Now we need this to be a full circle. Connected with this. Now this connected with that, like that. And can scale this in and push that in like that. Now if we turn on subdivisions, we get something like that. We need this to be sharp at the edge here. And maybe we can add two seams here, so this and this, and then bevel, and add two loops, then scale them using InVideo origins. So let me turn that like that, and I think I can bevel again, use two segments, and I select the middle one and scale that out like that. Now let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think we can get something that looks a bit like that from that. We still have a few issues, but let's see how we can deal with that. So we need to make the inside of this shoe, and let's see how we're going to do that. Let's see. So we can select this ring here. You can see where it ends. You can select it up to around there. You can extrude, and use Alt S to push it inside a bit. Make sure it's not extending too much outside to go through the shoe. And we can extrude in, use Alt S to push it out a bit, then extrude down, and we can then merge it to the center like that. Let's see, Alt S. Select this edge loop, then extrude to have something like that. This can be pushed out, like it needs to be. Before we add that, now we can select this loop from remember the camera won't be seeing this far, so but just to be safe we can extrude this up to like there. Make sure it's not going outside of the shoe like that. Maybe add a loop in so that it can curve. Now if we turn on subdivisions, you can see that's what we have. We need to make it a bit sharp in here. Let me turn off this. We can add a loop there. And remember, this inside part is a different layer, so we can add a loop in the middle there and push it in like that, so that if we have the subdivision surface, it looks like a separate layer. And if you want to be more detailed, you can also add a loop like that. I need this loop to continue like this. So what I can do is just do this so that it continues like that, and add a loop there, and maybe bevel that, Control B. I'll push this in, and we can select this and push it up a bit. Maybe push these vertices also inside just a bit. Now if we turn on subdivisions, you can see it really looks like a separate layer in there. Now we also need to do the same for this top part, so let me turn off this. So for that we just need to select let me see, where does this start? I think from around there to there. This is what we want. Go to front view, extrude that in just a bit, and then we need to extrude again to the inside. Make sure it's not going outside the mesh, and that is following that same profile or curve to around there, because the camera won't be seeing that far. So if we turn on this subdivisions, I think also need to make this a bit sharper. I think it's too pushed in, so I can select this loop and maybe rotate it and push it out like that. If it's still too sharp here, so I can select this loop up to there, and maybe from here just push it down a bit like that, so that we have that is not too sharp. So we also need a seam around here, so let's see how we can apply that. So fortunately we have this loop that goes, so if we add a loop here, let's see, we can bevel up to, we don't need to make it go all the way to that, to the end, so we can just bevel it up to here. Maybe just use that, Control B, make sure there are two vertices, select the middle one, use Alt S to push that in a bit like that, and now when we turn on subdivision surfaces, we get that loop, that seam there. And The good thing is that this loop now is also adding uh, another loop that makes this area a bit sharp, so that's a good thing. We're having a few issues here, so let me first see how we can approach that. I think we can select, we can delete this face and connect it to this. Let's see to this here. I need to also make sure that this cut goes all the way, so I can just select this, subdivide, so that it is something like that. Now we have something like that, and I will still have some issues, so let me first see how we're going to do this. Let's see, we have this vertex, we don't need that. Let me see what's going on. Let me select this face, delete that, and let's see, we can just join that with that and connect this with this. Let's see, this face can be connected to that, this connected to that. So it's still creating a few issues, but we just want to get those issues outside the camera view. So if we can hide them, then that would be great. And I think that's good enough. If we have the textures applied to this, they should hide those few issues. And we need to remove this here, so that is not going outside our mesh. I need to change this back to median point. You can see, so this is our shoe. For this bottom here, we will use a texture to add those details. So in part, whatever part it is, I think part 5 will look at UV unwrapping and then texturing.